Now we need to take impressions. You need to cut the analog because if you use regular analog, you won't have place for the analog itself.
What did you bring for us today?
Today we brought a super old case of ours that was made many years ago, let's say like this. Even the intraoral scanner era. So in this case, what we did is we had a patient. He had a couple of implants on both sides. Probably have a problem with all of his teeth. So we need to make some kind of restoration on the in the frontal area. We need to design and do it in the, let's say, oldest technologies that we had. So in here, what we did is, first of all, we took impressions with transfers in implant level with plastic caps, connected the transfers to the implants. Then we connected to the transfers plastic caps. We cleaned the teeth. All of those teeth we need to extract. We have a very large bone loss. We have gingival recessions. Those teeth with gingival recession, bone loss, problematic teeth, very problematic periodontal patient. Those teeth are for extraction. Probably nothing can be done with those teeth. We have some spots of caries. Now we need to take impressions on the implants with the teeth. Later on, we'll need to make some kind of bridge on those teeth and on those implants and extract the problematic teeth. So what we did, we had transfers on both sides. You'll see this the left side also. Those are transfers on the right side. We took impression. We added composite material to know the vertical dimension. So our impression will keep the vertical dimension that the patient has. We don't want to change anything within the vertical dimension. We connected transfers to the left side also. Added caps, added composite material to maintain the vertical dimension. And now what we'll do, we'll take a pickup from both sides with putty material, and now we need to put analogs in this impression to make a model. Now, when you put analogs, the most problematic part with analogs, when you have proximal implants and the angulation of the implant, the tip of the implant is one to another, you need to cut the analog. Because if you use regular analog, you won't have place for the analog itself.
In the duplicate, I mean in the pattern.
In the impression.
In the impression.
Yeah, so you can see what we did here is we took analogs that the tip of the analog is angulated. So you can see in here the analogs don't touch one another. This way you have better fixation of the analog in the gypsum model. After that, we put some silicone for the gingiva in the model, and we poured the gypsum and made a model. So in here you can see that the composite material that is on the transfers, the composite material itself can show us the vertical dimension. In this model, we can cut the teeth and still will have the vertical dimension that we wanted. We know the vertical dimension because we took the impression with composite material in the vertical dimension that we chose, and we don't need to have any reference to those teeth. Took out the teeth and we made a temporary bridge on those implants like we extracted the teeth. So what we did is we just cut the teeth from the model. We scanned the model in a laboratory scanner that we had those days, and we made a temporary bridge on those 5 implants.
And you took into consideration the extraction of the frontal teeth?
Yeah, I took from the model all the teeth and made the bridge like we didn't have any teeth in the frontal area. Now, in this case, we already solved the aesthetical issue. So we can add some implants in the frontal area. In most of the cases, you have place in the frontal area, at least for 2 implants. So you can have something temporary for the patient so he can restore his aesthetic and functional aspects. And now you can add a couple of implants in the frontal area and you'll have a good bridge cross-arch bridge with 12 units on 3 implants on one side, 2 on the other, and 2 frontal implants.
This is canines?
Yeah, we took part of the canine, so the bridge will have some support. Later,
Wait, doesn't it hurt like crazy?
no, because the canine had root canal treatment.
Okay.
It doesn't feel anything.
Okay, so you did the
from
root canal
canine.
treatment, okay.
Yeah. We closed the root canal itself. We did it so when he eats, the bridge will have some support in the frontal area.
To rest upon this.
Yeah, to rest upon the canines. Later on, we'll add couple of implants in the frontal area and we can extract those canines. It's not a solution for the long run. It's 3-4 months.
Until the lower jaw heals.
Yeah, because you don't have the span without implants is very big. So when he eats, the anterior parts will go down and it will hurt the gingiva, it can hurt the implants. If we placed anterior implants, it's problematic thing, we don't want to do that.
I see the bite markings are all over the...
Yeah, you can see that the impression itself was really good. The bite marks are on all over the bridge in the proper places, so the patient closes his mouth, not that bad. Later on, when you need to do something with the upper jaw.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being with us today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us to stay tuned up to date. Thank you, have a great week, and see you next time.